Howdy ho folks, it's your multiversal medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. Last time we left off, I do not remember being at Quill. I do not remember saving here. I thought we were in the Clockwork Kingdom. That is odd. When you save on your ship, does it just like park you at Quill? Is that what's happening? Huh. Well, whatever. Last time we were figuring out ship nonsense. Ooh. So there is a button just to go up or down. Good to know. Anyways, we're figuring out ship nonsense. This episode, honestly, probably just gonna be continuing to figure out ship nonsense. Figuring out what the heck we're doing. That is the blinding light right there. Okay. That is the cradle. Get that. Got it. Good. Okay. Yeah. Let's just, I don't know, hit up some random islands. I think this is the Erudite Academy. Right here. Actually got a little freaking tidbit saying there is something you could only get going around here on the ship, and I'm gonna guess it's on top of one of the buildings because I think we can only lower ourselves. Can't really raise up where the heck we are. So let's take a quick look-see. That roof. I don't actually see anything. It looks like it would be on top of one of the roofs. Huh. Weird. Let's lower ourselves a bit and actually... Oh, did it change? Like, I swear some of these buildings were not rendered properly just a moment ago before we got back into first person. Yeah, sure. Okay, actually, why don't we just go for the top of this tower or so? Does that look about right? Maybe, possibly. Let's take a look-see. I find it interesting that the frickin' okay. Well, that didn't work out properly. Oh well. The anchor just kind of drops down the second it actually has a means of dropping down. Oh well. So, where exactly would it possibly be? It might actually be on top of one of those buildings. Possibly? Well, if it's on top of one of the buildings, it wouldn't be that one because it's spitting so much. It would have to be that one. Okay, yeah. Wait, which spell do I have equipped? Let's see here. Need to get the return home spell going. With any luck, that'll actually just take us onto the ship. Yeah, cool. Awesome. And we're back at Quill. Alrighty then. That's just how that works, apparently. Good to have figured out. Okay, blinding light. Erudite should be right here. Yeah. Let's see here. That's up. Let's go down. Try to figure... Yeah, that building just doesn't load properly. Interesting. What if I were to get out of the ship right now, all these buildings would load. Take a second, but yeah, they would. Interesting. Honestly, it just kind of showcases that... Oh, nope, not quite. The world map we're going through on the... Oh, is it that? Huh. I don't remember that being there whatsoever. Huh. Okay, change of plans. We just found something completely different. Can I actually just dock there? Turning. It's tank controls. I hate tank controls. Okay, so we got like a little house thing right there. It wouldn't be anything down below, would it? Not exactly seeing anything. But yeah, it kind of showcases that everything we're seeing here in the map right now is actually kind of rendered in real time comparatively to yeah, that did land technically. Can I just drop down right here? Yeah, apparently I can. Yeah, there's a door right there, I'm pretty certain. Got my trusty binoculars. Yeah, it's a door right there. I don't remember that being there. Okay, oh, back up. And what I mean by like rendered kind of low-key in real time is, yeah, now the little thing on the top of that smaller tower is spinning. When the past 2 times it wasn't. So it's going to keep trying to... Oh, I hate tank controls so effing much. I really do. My best friend swears by them, which is enough to know he's kind of effing crazy. But he grew up with Resident Evil, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, what are we looking at right here? Back up a bit, actually. I feel like I'm properly learning how to drive. And just trying to figure out, like, how to parallel park or something. Not exactly. Actually, can I just... I don't need to drop anchor, do I? Actually, I can just drop down. And get kind of closer to it, can't I? I raise up a bit and... I don't know. Just get in jumping range. I don't think this is exactly jumping range, but that was the idea. Maybe if I had a different hull, but oh well. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's actually basically perfect. Okay. Perfect, I said. It was perfect. So close. Oh, and of course we're back in pool. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, guys. I'm going to pause until we can get to that little area. I will talk to you guys in a hot second while I learn the airship equivalent of parallel parking. Be right back. Okay. Well, it's not perfect, and we're gonna have to kind of sorta just teleport home, but hey, we got somewhere with the Death's Veil and a treasure. Ooh, glorious treasure. We actually just got treasure. Okay, yeah, sure. Cool. I like how the freaking anchor is just in the... I don't think I can activate it from here, but I love how it's legit just lodged in the wall. That's great. Oh, I got a giant hole in the bottom of my ship. That's probably not good. Anyways. Can I land on the other ships? Wait, hold up. This sounds effing awesome. Can I do that? Anyways, as I was saying, my friend swears by tank controls, but I always hit the wrong one. I'm always intending to go up and I hit the wrong effing one. But he basically grew up playing the Resident Evil games when he was way too young to be playing the Resident Evil games. Like right here. These things have physics? Can I actually land on them? As I go through several loading screens of it saving over and over. Oh my gosh, I am... I think I accidentally just parked perfectly between like 2 different loading zones right there. And that's what was happening. Yeah. Just the airship equivalent of parallel parking. But, oh yeah, it went down properly. Oh, yeah, it's Crow's Nest. I'm not going to be able to get back on my ship from there, so, maybe turn a bit. Not just do that on the Crow's Nest, you know. Not on the Crow's Nest? Actually in a place I can reach? Yep, okay. Cool. Cool. Probably get a spell going so I won't actually die. Jody's Addendum, I love you so much as a spell. Anyways. He grew up playing Resident Evil, which, the majority of those games are... Doors barred from the other side. How dare they bar the doors on this unmanned ship? Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here. I can kind of tell. I'm amazed they took the time to lock the doors, though. Good for them for realizing freaking goblin-like players like me would actually go for it. Oh, well. But the first few Resident Evil games are all tank controls, really. And, this is the... Okay, so what's annoying me about the, like, vertical up and the vertical down? So, this is R1 and this is L1. But this is R2 to aim my ship down, and L2 is to aim my ship up. So I keep thinking L2 to aim my ship up should make me go up, and it's like, no, it makes you go down. That's why I keep having this brief moment of like, are you effing serious? More airships. Anyways, basically, the first few Resident Evils are tank controls, so he just like got sworn into gaming via tank controls, and I feel bad for him because that probably low-key effed him up for regular controls in general for a long time. Ooh. So this is the island we could see from over there. And a good number of episodes back, there was a tower over there that denoted something hidden. Actually, I wonder if there's something... Could there be something hidden maybe in the cliff face that I wouldn't be able to see unless I was on an airship? Who knows? Anyways, it probably like completely screwed him up when he was learning proper 3D controls in any other game. And it screwed him up in a lot of other ways, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. He was like 7. He was like effing 7 when he started playing Resident Evil. So yeah, I kind of messed with him in a lot of ways. His mom didn't know better and video games were new. That's all I'm gonna say. His mom didn't know better. She is one of the sweetest ladies I've ever known, and God knows she would not have let him play those games if she knew. It is what it is. Ooh, there are a lot of enemies, actually. Yeah, there are a good number of you guys all right here. Hold up. What we all on about? Can I actually switch over? You want to have a little archery battle? Is that like 4 of you guys? Yeah, it's 4 y'all. Just throwing like church spikes and such. Gosh dang, man. Stop your nonsense. I am exploring. And everyone knows exploration is more important than fighting in these games. Ooh, treasure. Bomb. Yeah. Who doesn't like a few explosions in their life? Oh, another bomb. Fancy. Got some eye pig. Good stuff, good stuff. And some money. Something I don't think I'll need for the rest of the game. I'm pretty certain. I'm hoping I'm right there. Unless there's some other perfectly hidden... I don't know. Ooh, it takes a 6? Gosh dang, man. Takes an effing 6. Here. Black bug, there you are. Look, I know my agility's only at like 5 or whatever, but gosh dang. There we go. Fancy. Emberian ore, actually. Wait, Emberian ore? Can I upgrade one more weapon into Emberian, actually? I only need one more ore if I can do that. At that point, I think I'd be able to get, like, all 4 weapons up to Emberian. That'd be nice. Cool. Awesome. Funky. Fresh. Anyways, yeah, it probably messed with them majorly. And thinking back to when we were growing up, yeah, it did. But he's the only person I know nowadays who is just instantly able to do tank controls at the drop of a hat. Like any game. Ooh, 75 charm. 75 charm? Dude, hashtag rude. What's mine at? 60. Thought I was way more charming than that. Actually, I don't think I ever switched back to the other ring besides the bargain one. Siphon, ba-da-ba. Boost health significantly. Which one was it? Not mana. Potency of potions. That's regeneration. I got one that... I'm pretty certain I got one that raises everything, right? Yeah, there it is. This is not going to raise my charm. And I don't think I have anything else that will unless we... buff the heck up. Why is my charm only at 60 though? Why is my charm only at 60? I've passed charm checks that were higher, and I think I have a charm bonus going right now. That doesn't feel right. Perfume doesn't raise it. Like, if we go into my stats, my persona's maxed out. I don't think I have any debuffs to it. Why would it be 60? Like, why would my lore be higher right now? Spellcast, barter, agility. Maybe it's just because I don't have a buff? Huh. That doesn't feel right. That legitimately doesn't feel right. I know it's been a minute since I played Dread Delusion or whatever, but I could have sworn I was easily passing charm checks of like 75. And I cannot think of anything that would have lowered my charm to that far down. That's got to be a charm check. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Oh, no, wait. There's a back door. There is a back door. Wait, there's just a back door that's open. Wait, what? Why is it just open? Okay, we'll deal with the charm thing later, but, ring of mana. Plus 80 mana. This ring was handcrafted long ago by a sorcerer who sought to challenge the great penitent Thaw. Oh, wow. Well, obviously they lost. I find it hilarious that Penitent Thaw is legit probably one of the strongest characters in universe. And they're just kind of like doing their own thing. They don't really care about much. Like, Penitent Thaw is viable at being like a protag in a story and universe. She's just rocking everything. But yeah, I'll look into the charm thing later. It feels... Did I just constantly have a buff going and like not know earlier? Did I just... Oh, well, easy come, easy go. Yeah, that feels weird. I could have sworn I had a higher charm in earlier episodes. But it is what it is. Oh, hey, so not for nothing. Not a big fan of like just a bunch of enemies kind of swarming out of a room, man. Really ain't. I'd be upset you weren't hitting the trap or whatever, but oh, whoop. This is the first time I've died to a bunch of enemies in a hot second. Am I all the way? Yeah, I am. Ay vey. I am out of my freaking like swing of everything today. Oh gosh. I'm gonna blame the humidity. Why? Well, mainly just so I can. And it makes me feel I can blame the vapors or something. Something that's just kind of like stereotypical, and so like, I got the vapors or something like that. That's lower, okay. There we go. Am I not over it? Oh gosh, that freaking Jade skull quest is going to suck with me at the helm. Why am I so bad at this? Oh well. It is what it is. Anyways, I was going to say, I would be pissed that they're not setting off the trap. Ooh, that does like no damage. What the absolute heck, man? I didn't know you guys were that freaking buff. Yeah, why are both of you guys actually just so effing... Oh, wow. That explains why you weren't going down. I mean, I know I haven't been putting points into, strength or agility much, but, like, they're mid. The fact you guys are legit this tough with, like, near capped out weapons is low-key disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, I suppose it goes back into the nonsense I was talking about the past two episodes. My character isn't strong, and I don't think they've ever showcased they were strong. I was actually talking to someone. Was it online? Because I suggested this game. Can I just not hit that? Apparently not. I'm not cool enough to break boxes anymore. No. But someone wanted a game where you basically go from 0 to eventually like a legend in setting. Like absurdly powerful in a sense. Unseen device. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've had to look for these. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Funky. Fresh. Let's cheat. Yeah. Cheating. Funky. Fresh. Nothing right there. Not seen. Nope. Nope. There we go. My lore skill is too low now. My lore is at 55? Huh. Did I put on the wrong... I put on the wrong hat last time. That explains it. All the secrets have been revealed. I put on the wrong hat. I wasn't cool enough. I mean, to be fair, the two hats do look kind of similar. Ooh, what are we looking at? Can I break this one? I can. Maybe even that one. Fancy. Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm in... Gosh, what is it? There's like a... Is it unmarked? There's a quest in Skyrim, in the DLC, where you're basically getting this entire unique armor set and this entire, like, the weapons for the armor set and everything. It's one of the few actual armor sets in the game that give bonuses for wearing more of them. And you're basically plundering an old pirate's treasure. Magical manacles. These heavy bracelets, a relic of some dark bargain, made of dark iron and shot through with cipher. Fill your hands with magical power while weighing them down. The wearer attacks sluggishly, but will find their spell casting much empowered. Okay, cool. Not even surprised that's what we're finding around the around a bunch of the undead and stuff. Feels like this entire area is set up to help buff magic caster types, I guess. Something about this area feels very magic in general. Oh well. Anyways, it's a quest in Skyrim that I don't even know if it's marked properly. But once you finally get to the pirate's tomb, there's a massive amount of piles of treasure. Like just in the first room. Just everywhere. Piles and piles of gold. And a bunch of other items that are just mainly for selling. And it feels awesome. So you start picking them up and it's like, yeah, that's 50 gold. That's 100 something gold. That's whatever. And you feel kind of bad just picking up the gold, to be perfectly honest. It was a lot more like you probably should have just left it. Not gonna lie. Like it was a lot more aesthetic when you couldn't get it. Is that an island right there? Is that a thing? It is a thing. Ooh, a thing. That thing's thingally. It's a desert island? Have we come across a desert biome before? I don't think we've come across sand anywhere, really. Ooh, piece of... Oh, God. Is this the island that starts the whole Jade skull thing? Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to pull up a guide for that. Oh, no. Oh, no. I am definitely not cool enough for this with my horrible freaking flying skills. Hey, treasure. Anyways, that one room looked very similar to that area in Skyrim where it's like, oh, look at all these piles of gold, and you start picking them up and it's like, this is a lot less gold than I thought. I don't know if this is enough to even like pay my taxes. What's up, man? What's this? Another would-be adventurer on this drifting rock? I dare say. It's getting crowded here. Yeah, two's a crowd. Get out of here. Actually, isn't it supposed to be three's a crowd? Wait, who's the third person here? So out with it then. Are you also seeking the treasure that lies behind that stone door? Dude, you're really not good at keeping secrets, are you? I guess so. I have no idea what you mean. He squints. Playing coy, are we? Well, let's assume you're telling the truth. Oh, he's going to tell me everything, isn't he? He's kind of stupid. I'll tell you what. If you help me get this door open and stand aside when I lay claim to whatever waits within, I'll reward you handsomely. Can I be rewarded beautifully instead? Nothing from this ancient cave, of course. But you can have something truly priceless from my merchant vessel in recompense. You have a merchant vessel? It looks like you're stranded here. All you have to do is pull this lever here, which will start some sort of timer. Then you need to find 10 secret switches that will unlock the door mechanism before the time runs out. Only a catch. It seems as though the switches were themselves quite valuable, have been plundered by the locals for all we know. They could be scattered all over the Onric Isles. I need 10 of them? Oh gosh, I'm gonna need a guide for this. What a conundrum, huh? But remember, if you manage to open the door, I'll make it worth your while. And then some. Okay, so I can only remember where like 3 of them are. There's probably one in every major town. I remember the one in Hallowshire. I see that one, and I remember the one in the Uridite Academy. Are we doing this right now? Should we try this right now? Yeah, I can always pause and try it over and over. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause and actually look up a guide for this, because I'm honest, guys. I don't usually look up guides for quests or anything, but this is a scavenger hunt, and I'm not cool enough to do this in the time limit. Unless I look up a map. Okay. I looked at a guide. Several of the skulls are in places we haven't even been yet, so we're gonna put that off for now. Come back later. And we're cool. And funky. And probably fresh? Yeah, fresh. So what else are we looking at? I don't think there's anything. This is new. That's new. Hey, that's effing awesome. What the heck are we looking at here? Oh, is this like an entire... Gosh, this is massive. Just a massive island right here. Oh, I kind of effing love it. I kind of do. Oh, where should I start? Oh, is that a dead god right there? Oh, is this where the dude had to bury his lover slash friend after this battle? Oh, heck yeah, we're starting over here. Yeah, this is gonna be the good. Will you let me down? No? No, not allowed to? Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to desecrate the corpse of a dead god that much. Weird flex, but okay. Oh, what's up, dudes? Actually, are you different colored? Yeah, you're a different colored Gaba. Oh, you don't even have a mask on. Look at you. Oh, he's kind of cute. In a weird effed up sort of way. Anyways, you know what I should have? I should put on my worm. Yeah. Heck yeah. So, what are we looking at? Honestly, I kind of love it. Did the old war veteran go into detail about what kind of god this was? Because this looks different than any other god carcass we've ever come across. Like, severely different. Usually the giant god carcasses we're coming across are not exactly humanoid, but they tend to have more human features. This one looks more like a... Gosh, I want to say almost a horse skull. Oh, right. Interesting landmark. I guess I can do that. I thought we were done with cartography. Apparently we're not. Alright. Oh. Oh. Hold up. I gotta get my good hat on. How you doing? It's not real. It's going to die like all the others die. And we're going to die with it. Like all the others did. It will all have been a lie. No, I'll never have even known freedom. Ooh. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Ghosts really are a lot worse when you realize they're just echoes, and weirdly sentient echoes at that. Oh. Fine ore. Needs a key. Okay. Well, let's just explore for now. May as well. See if I can find anything anywhere. I think I finished like both my tangents I was kind of on at the start of the episode. They weren't really tangents. Oh, there's a ghosty dude right here. What's up? My shield. Might my sword. And if I should fall, God send me my reward. Strength be my shield, might my sword. And if I should fall, God send me my reward. Strength my shield, might my sword. If I should fall, God send me my reward. Yeah. Ghosty dude's not doing well. Is there a way to technically get rid of ghosts? Is there a way to end them in any way, shape, or form in the setting? Not that I'm looking to, I'm just like... Some of these dudes need to be sent off. Gosh, I am getting bad luck with lockpicks today. Ooh. Imperial ore. Yeah, that will be enough to, upgrade the last weapon I have. That's... okay. Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, what's up, dude? I forgot you guys existed. It's been so effing long. It's kind of nice to see these enemy types again. Like, not gonna lie. Kind of nice. So... oh. That's... okay. I guess we're close enough to the Neuron Star where it's legit streaming something around here. That's interesting. Excusey. So that's just where I landed. Exploration and all that. Don't mind me. Oh. I really wish they kept the Goblin faction, to be honest. I really do, because it showcases these enemies and these monsters are holding a bit more sentience than it showcases. Oh, these are Wiccan dudes, by the way. Okay. And how can man die better than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the bodies of his gods? Yeah, I forgot the Wiccan dudes look like that. Or at least the ones patrolling Hallowshire that you can befriend and all that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Like, this entire island's just a weird blast from the past, and it makes sense. Because I'm assuming this is where the old war veteran, like I said, was talking about, that we heard about in Hallowtown. That being said, with like all these older enemy types and callbacks, it feels almost like this area was made around the time they were doing Hallowshire. Like, it honestly does, which is, that'd be weird considering you can't get here until the end of the game. I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home. Over and over. Like, yeah, it's every set piece, every enemy, every character design is based on something from Hallowshire, so it really wouldn't be super surprising if this was made around the same time. I'm curious during which update the old war veteran gave you the quest. Ooh, ghost wine. Dude, hashtag rude. Hashtag rude. Ooh. So there's a teleport that leads here. Good to know, I guess. I think there's anything inside this tree. Mossy as it may be. Okay. But yeah, I'm curious when that quest got added, and maybe this island was added right then, well before the other islands were added in this game during early access. That'd be fascinating. Just a weird tidbit from early access, I guess, and game development as a whole. Okay, so yeah, there's still a lot more to explore. Fun. And luckily for me, these dudes do not hit as effing hard as the undead we were dealing with on that small island earlier. Good stuff. Ooh, a lot of locked doors though. And I am still having piss poor luck with lockpicking. Got a fine ore, good stuff. I think I got what was down there already. Yeah. So yeah, this is area... Gosh, it's been so long since that episode where we heard his war story too. Like, was this a Wiccan compound or legit just a place they lived? Like, obviously the war came here, eventually killed the god on the other side of this island, but was this just a settlement before that? Is that an Iberian thing right there? Huh. Oh, right, I need to freaking check the Iberian stuff. Yeah, I need to go check all those Iberian vaults. That is something that needs to be done. That will. Deal with it in due time, just like everything else. Oh, gosh. This is a way bigger island than I thought we were going to be getting on. When he told us about the whole story way back when. I was just thinking like, yeah, small little side quest island, what else? Find it kind of funny that you enter via the crotch, but I kind of love this dude's weird wooden mech design, not gonna lie. Ooh, what are we looking at here? Ooh. Let's see. Been so long, moss is growing on it, good stuff. It's Scoozy. Hmm. Okay, at this point, I think I am actually going to have to get the mechanical lockpick going too. Just to try and save on lockpicks. If I can. Okay, yeah. Oh, you hit hard. That's death right there. Yeah, that's... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was stupidity on my part. I forgot how hard those dudes hit. 2 deaths in 1 episode when I was doing so effing well before this. Okay, where are we on this island? A completely different part that I don't know. So I guess we're exploring around here now. Yeah, that's what I get for constantly wanting to just skip enemies. Actually, wait, hold up. I've never actually tried it. So why don't I actually... Let's see. Yeah, why don't we just go full entice real quick? Is there another thing that messed with entice? Oh, right. You don't pause when you're in the pause menu or anything. Gotta keep running away. It just slows everything down. Let's just go with that. Go with that. I don't know if there's any ring that will... Okay, guys. Nope. I'm doing inventory. Chill. Be funky. Be fresh. Don't be coming at me like that. Yeah, not seeing anything. Okay. So why don't we actually just try entice? Why the heck not? Apparently because I'm not cool enough. What is my charm's at 85? Wait. Defense is minus 20? Wow. That's rough. This setup kind of having sucks. Going full in on this and needed 126. Oh my effing goodness. Are you serious? 126. Oh wow, that's... Oh wow. I am just genuinely amazed. Like, really and for truly, I am genuinely flabbergasted. 126 charm. Also, did those dudes just disappear? Where did they go? They just go back over here? Okay. $126 charm. Oh my effing gosh. I can... Can you even get that high? Like, is that possible to even do? Like, I know if you completely change your origin and everything, it could be all about personality. You can start with a higher charm and everything. That's just how all the personality things go. Can you legit get over 100 in a stat that way, though? Are there, like, consumable buffs you could do, too? Like the T's or whatever, to raise your charm stat? I Don't get me wrong, I know these are like endgame versions of goblins and everything. I'm just 126. I genuinely did not think anything would have a check that high. I thought like the highest check we would come across in any way, shape, or form would be 100. And I am officially scared of the end game now. Genuinely and for truly, just scared of the end game. As I keep dying in it over and over. Do I have my good hat on? Yes, no? No, I do not. Put the good hat on. Hey, what's up? Okay. We in there. God War key. A rusty key with a scrap of cloth torn from a God War era banner still tied around it. Okay, well that could be the key the Wiccan side, or maybe even something in the freaking mech or whatever. I mean, we're closer to the mech, but I died there once and now I have PTSD. Who'd have thought? Nah, it just means I'm gonna be way more aggressive now. You know, when we're looking at the possible weapon upgrades after Emberian, I am so curious how the clockwork upgrades actually work. Because it said it gave them like a new like function basically. The bow and arrow would have the ability to attack and melee. The what was it? Two-hander would have the ability to be a cannon basically, that kind of thing. Like, how does that work? Is there a button you just press to switch between them, or what the heck are we looking at? This door is big. It's a big door. You need 10 might to break that door. A big door. Let's do some lore. There we go. Yeah. It's a really big door. I kind of love how we keep coming across massive rooms and set pieces. Beloved Ring of Stamina. Boosts the stamina of its wearer significantly. A mass-produced ring which was well loved by a certain mighty owner. This bond has given the ring a heightened acuity, binding to its wearer's nervous system more deeply. I find that hilarious that so that ring being in a big room actually makes sense. I know we're not coming across like any literal giant characters or whatever, but there's enough hints here and there where there might have been actual legit giant humanoid characters. Like legit. Just small hints right there, like a nothing set out right thus far, I don't think, but a ring with its description mentioning a mighty individual in a room that's massive compared to others. Ooh, need 9 might. Not gonna let me lockpick it. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to find another way in. I think legit this one just needs 9 might. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, genuinely upsetting. Do I need the orb? No, probably not. That being said, I think that's the first thing that's ever been locked with only one solution. Gosh, everything around here is effing massive. Like, low key. Kind of love it, kind of hate it. Then again, I am a massive dude just in general, IRL, so it's kind of nice to be on the flip side. Actually, yeah, it is kind of nice. I've always kind of... Oh, that's probably what the switch we just messed with was. Over to the Emberian thing, which... How are we getting over there? Probably an entire track. Okay. Nothing's easy. Alrighty. But I've always low-key loved video game settings that kind of shrink you down to mess with a regularly sized area, but, well, tiny. Things like the first few levels of Katamari Damacy, I guess you could say. Just that kind of stuff where you're trying to deal with being tiny in an everyday setting. Whether that's... No matter how that's handled, basically. It's always like something that's just like, oh yeah, this is nice. I kind of like this. I don't know why, it just perfectly works for me. Okay, so there's another thing somewhere. Another who's my what's it and another ghost. The farm, the harvest, the blush on the shroom gills when winter starts to lift. The sound of the whetstone on the scythe. The sun on the top of the trees. I mean, that dude seems fairly zen, all things considered. Actually, like, that's... So, as we know, or at least been showcased in the setting, ghosts are echoes of traumatic events that people experienced. When someone experiences something obscenely tragic, they could make a ghost. Doesn't mean they died during that moment, it just means they made a ghost. Like Care or whatever. The woman that's the high confessor that we're constantly dealing with. She made a ghost after being betrayed by... Well, yeah, in her mind, she was betrayed by Vela. She was. Vela went against her entire code of conduct for another job when she expressly said, please don't do that. And 3 deaths, 1 episode. I am not doing well. I really ain't. They went like full out with these final areas with how difficult the enemies are, and I'm fine with that. That it's end game. It is what it is. I am just flabbergasted that I'm doing so poorly. It makes sense. I haven't been fighting. I haven't been putting points into my fighting or anything. But I 100% just don't have a sense of danger anymore is actually the issue. Oh, those things can freaking home in to that degree. That's kind of BS. Like, I noticed them kind of twisting and turning before, but I didn't know they were homing in to that degree. Where they'll just, like, be shot out above and drop straight down. Hashtag rude. Gosh dang. Anyways, on the topic of ghosts. So we know they're, like, echoes of traumatic events and all that. But we have come across some, at least a good handful of ghosts that are perfectly coherent and able to exist outside of that moment. Like, yes, they were created because of that moment, but that moment doesn't fully define them. So we get things like the ghost of, oh gosh. Why am I just pulling a blank for every... Is that another Emberian ore? So now we have 4. Anyway, maybe you really didn't need to get that Emberian ore down in... What is it? The Underlands. Yeah, I am just pulling a massive blank when it comes to a lot of, like, terms. Like, I can't remember the name for the undying freaking NPCs for some reason. I really can't, and I hate the fact that I can't. Also, I've read like 5 comics since the last episode that had various characters of undying races, and that's probably why. But like, I just can't remember various terms, and I don't know why. I'm going to say once more... Well, it's not the humidity. I was just joking about that. But I didn't sleep well, and I'm kind of out of it and loopy. Maybe something like that's happening. Maybe it's been so long since I had a proper recording of Dread Delusion. Actually, it hasn't been any longer than usual. It's just been 2 weeks. Yeah, I have zero clue. I have zero clue why I'm pulling a blank so much right now. Is what it is. What have we built? What have we done? Bigger than the gods themselves. I wonder if we'll be bowing down to it before this war is done. Ah, this dude isn't a Wiccan. This is actually... Yeah, this is someone of the Apostatic Union before... Was it an Apostatic Union soldier or maybe even a Clockwork soldier? Either way, it was a soldier that was questioning if what they were doing was right. Okay, cool. I can dig it. Anyways, as I was saying about the ghost or whatever, the one ghost we saw in the Valley of the Endless. The Endless, yeah, that's what they're called. That's the term. That's it. I finally remembered. Before calling him out as a ghost, was fairly coherent in just thinking he was the individual in question. Care's ghost or whatever is obscenely coherent to the point where it's arguably probably scary. I would assume most ghosts that are coherent, like the individual we saw in the Endless Realm, would probably immediately break again, like that one did, if we were to call out their actual state of being, I guess you could say. Like, the fact that they're a ghost and remind them of what happened that led them to being a ghost. Oh, my running shoes. That was dumb of me. But Care just talks about her traumatic event to you and it never gets lost within it. She's perfectly able to go back to the place she was when she became a ghost in that state. I'm probably mispronouncing her name too, but whatever. And I'm just curious, what differentiates her in her ghostly form compared to other ghosts in that regard? How was she able to overcome the trauma that legit led to her being the very aspect that created her, something so horrific, and the other ghosts couldn't? Or at least the majority of the other ghosts couldn't. No, dude, that's way too homing. That thing like zipped around and beelined. That was actually not okay. Like, that was way too homing. I saw it do a right turn, man. Like, I get their homing shots, but it doing a hard right is honestly BS. Like, I saw the freaking thing do maneuvers. What the absolute F, yo? Oh, hey. Oh. Fancy. We'll deal with that in a second. Actually, we'll probably deal with that next episode. Because it's been an episode. Let's talk to this ghosty dude that I swear I saw just a second ago. Ghosty dude? Ghosty dude. No, I saw you. There's a crouch. Elixir of restoration. Pretty certain we've gotten those before. I swear I saw a ghosty dude. Hashtag rude. Oh yeah, there he is. He just kind of blend into the walls. Can you blame me? Size of it. The abomination. They who claim to throw down idols, only to build this? Yeah, that's unfair, right? Oh, well. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all in another episode of Dread Delusion, where I guess we'll be exploring this and the rest of this island and more islands. Until then, it's been fun, even with my brain kind of frazzled because of lack of sleep and the humidity and stuff killing me. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll be a bit more coherent next episode as I get more in the swing of it. But until then, ciao.